Good morning. This is Marla Bronstein again. I am the producer of Margaret Bickman's Arts and Entertainment Spotlight, and I'm joined here this morning by my dear friend Jen Mason. But before we get to that, the reason that Jen's here is to help us as we run our first ever pledge drive that we're running all weekend from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And our phone number here, if you'd like to make a donation, is 360-398-6150. You can play with a debit. You can play with the debit, but you can pay with a credit or debit card or ACH if you prefer by calling us now. You can go online to kmre.org, or you can go to the farmers market today where our volunteers are out tabling and you can donate in person there. We have matching funds up to $1,500, so get in while the getting is good. We've also got a great selection of donation gifts from local merchants that if you donate today or over this weekend, you'll be entered into the prize bin for one of those special gifts. And our next pledge drive weekend guest is my dear friend and the most amazing Jen Mason from Wink Wink Boutique. Welcome, Jen.
Thank you.
And so first, introduce yourselves and tell our listeners what you do in the community.
Yeah. So my name is Jen. I use she, her pronouns. I am the owner of Wink Wink, which is Bellingham's only locally owned, women-owned, inclusive, not creepy sex shop. I'm a certified sex coach and sex educator. And then in the other half of my life, I also serve on the Bellingham School Board, where I am lucky enough to be in my second term.
Wonderful. And tell us, why is community important to you?
I think community is really a sense of belonging, a sense of place, being seen, being known, feeling that you have a space in the world that matters. The world's really big, and community means that you have a little pocket of it carved out for you.
And tell our listeners why you think community radio is important to Bellingham and Whatcom County.
Yeah, I mean, community radio is really local voices. It's local people doing local things with local voices. We all have access to basically the world's information and the world's arts and the world's cultures right in our phones. And local radio means that we actually get to hear about what's going on in our community by our community. And I think that just helps to build our sense of place and what makes all of us unique.
Awesome. So I want to thank you for being a guest here, and I want to let listeners know you're going to be hearing more about the local merchants who donated thank you gifts from their KMRE supporters. Everything from crazy but cute socks to auto glass. We've got more live interviews with local folks on our on-air schedule. Coming up next is Dan Tucker of Whatcom Working Waterfront. So be sure and stay tuned for that. And before we get back to our music programming, I also want to remind you to call 360-398-6150 and donate what you can. Any amount helps support local, all-volunteer, local community radio. And stay tuned for another local show, Bliss is Ordinary, with Yam and Jesse.
And you're listening to KMRE 88.3 FM, and this is our first ever pledge drive. And it's annual. It's just going on this weekend. We're live 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., 3 days this weekend. We'd love to hear from you. The phone number here is 360-398-6150. You can also pledge at kmre.org. My name's Paul. I'm up here in the studio with Roan and Suzanne and a bunch of people, and we're really stoked. We love our new studio here in Whatcom Community College in Cascade Hall. And I found KMRE in an interesting way, actually. I'm from Montana, so I worked at KGLT in Bozeman for years as a volunteer and then moved out here many years ago. And I actually tuned into 102.3 when KMRE was on that frequency. And then it switched frequencies and it kind of lost it. And I was like, oh, what happened? And found it again. And I was just so excited to hear the variety of programming. So I love all kinds of music from every corner of the world and every kind of genre, but then also a lot of the local programming, a lot of the talk shows and interviews are really fascinating, and I think they weave a nice community web. And so we'd love to hear from you and what KMRE means to you, and we'd also love to find out if you'd like to pledge. So it's 360-398-6150. We've got a great selection of donation gifts from our amazing local merchants. So if you donate this weekend, we'll enter your name into a prize bin. You might win some CDs. You might win some socks. You might win some like gift certificates for auto glass, things like that. Got a lot of local people scheduled live in the studio today. So like in the next hour, I think we might have Jen Mason from Wink Wink And we've got the local jam show coming up. It's going to actually be after the 12 p.m. Pledge break. So if you're listening for local jam this morning, it's going to come on about noon. And we do have a surprise guest this morning, 10:30 a.m. We've got Betty Desire coming up here in the studio live. So an interview with Betty Desire coming up in a few minutes. So please stay tuned. It's 88.3 FM, Bellingham, Washington, KMRE.org.
Welcome to our first ever pledge drive running all weekend from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. We're live here at our new home at Whatcom Community College. If you're tuning in to hear your favorite Friday shows, you won't be hearing those today. We have special programming that includes live interviews with folks who are doing great work in the community, trying to make Bellingham and Whatcom County a better place to live. My name is Roan, and I'm one of the student interns this quarter working at KMRE. My main duties this quarter have been planning this pledge drive, so I'm really excited that it's finally happening. If you really enjoy listening to KMRE radio, feel free to call our phone number at 360-398-6150 and consider donating any amount. If you don't feel like calling, you can reach us at KMRE.org and donate online. You can also find us at the farmers market tomorrow, where we will be tabling and you can donate in person there. Our next studio guest is Whatcom County Sheriff Tank Tanksley with KMRE volunteer Suzanne Blaze. After that, we'll have one more studio interview tonight with Dustin Willits of the Colshan Chorus. Don't forget to call us and donate any amount that you can at 360-398-6150, or you can reach us at kmre.org. Any amount helps support local community radio, and we really, really appreciate it. Welcome back to our first ever pledge drive, running all weekend long from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. We're live here at our new home at Whatcom Community College. If you're tuning in to hear your favorite Friday shows, you won't be hearing those today. We have special programming that includes live interviews with folks who are doing great work in the community, trying to make Bellingham and Whatcom County a better place to live. My name is Roan, and I'm one of the student volunteers working this quarter at KMRE. I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, making this pledge drive possible, so it's great that it's finally happening. We have lots of other lovely volunteers waiting by our phones to get your phone call to donate to our pledge drive. You can call us at 360-398-6150. Or if you don't want to call us, you can reach us online at kmre.org. Or you have a third option. You can see us at the farmers market on Saturday, where our volunteers will be tabling and you can donate in person there. Coming up, we have our next studio guest, Kelly Hart of Allied Arts, and she's talking to KMRE volunteer Margaret Bickman. In the meantime, don't forget to visit us online or call us at 360-398-6150. Stay tuned for that interview coming up next.
And that was the lovely Margaret Bickman producing another wonderful arts and entertainment survey on Kelly LeBray, Belling History, and the Good Time Girls, or with the Good Time Girls, if you want to be correct. I am Robert, and I'm one of the key volunteers at KMRE. I am also trying to talk softer so that I don't overmodulate. So if I overmodulate, please let me know. You know, we're in the middle of our pledge drive, and if you're interested in helping us out and keeping people like Margaret, or me for that matter, on the air, you could give us a call at 360-398-6150, or you could go to our online donate button at kmre.org, or you could send a check, or cash, or goats, if you have any, to P.O. Box 2723, Bellingham, Washington, 98227. Actually, probably not the goats, but we would take the cash. I think up next, we have one more interview coming up tonight. Sarah O'Connor of the Ferndale Community Services will be joining us, so stay tuned for that. I believe that is coming at 5 after the news. And as far as the news goes, you should definitely listen to it. It's good stuff. And so you'll be hearing more about this and the local merchants who donated your thank you gifts for the KMRE pledge drive. Everything from a crazy but cute socks to auto glass. I've always wanted some auto glass. And this is Robert Clark, and I'm here with the first annual KMRE Pledge Drive. And yes, if you're at all interested in helping out our community radio station, now is the time. You could actually be a pivotal part of keeping community voices on the air, because every dollar matters and your support helps keep us going. Let's see. If you're at all interested in sending money to us, you can donate one of three key ways. You can call us now at 360-398-6150, or you could go online to KMRE.org and click on the donate button. Or if you love that old-fashioned post office thing, you can go to mail a check to P.O. Box 2723, Bellingham, Washington, 98227. And ironically, I'll probably pick it up next time I go pick up the mail. We also have a great selection of donated gifts from local merchants, which helps you and helps them too by keeping us all aware of each other's existence. If you donate during Pledge Drive weekend, your gift of $200 means you will get entered into a drawing for either KMRE merchandise package or an item from one of the local supporters, such as Explorations Academy, a fabulous organization. We talked to one of their key people just earlier today. They're giving away, or I should say we have, 2 of their tickets for some sort of fun event that they're doing, which you'll learn more about if you put in that $200. So, next on Pledge Drive Weekend is a studio guest that was recorded earlier with one of our key volunteers, Margaret Bickman. This is Colby LeBray from Belling History with the Good Time Girls. Wow, I got to learn how to spell better. We will be playing that in just a second.
We are back here live on the radio at KMRE, where we're having our first ever pledge drive. And thank you to everybody who has been donating on the website, kmre.org, or give us a phone call at 360-398-6150. My name is Trevor Collins, and I host the local jam, which is on Friday nights at 7 p.m., where, as the name implies, I play a lot of local music from Skagit, from Whatcom, from the surrounding areas. If you have a band out there, you have music you want to share on the show, give me an email, thelocalJam@kmre.org. Go onto our Facebook page, hit us up on Instagram, take a look at all the photographs we've been posting over this weekend. There are plenty of opportunities to donate to our pledge drive. Once again, kmre.org or 360-398-6150. They've asked me to talk just a little bit about my background in KMRE radio and in radio. And when I moved here from the Portland area about 4 years now, started doing a regular program here, and they came to me and said, how would you like to host a local program? Absolutely. The music scene here, the local music in Skagit and Whatcom has just been astounding. Opportunity to go out, see live music at the local venues has been amazing. The breadth and the depth of some of the bands and the talent in this area was such an inspiration to me. It was not a question for me to get on the air and start having a regular show at KMRE. Hosting and posting local music, been great opportunity to have folks come into the studio, have bands come in, set up and play, and interviewing these folks, learning about where these people came from, what motivates them to support the local music community, and as they grow and prosper, some of these bands have moved on to bigger and better things, even moving into Seattle, doing regular shows. But my inspiration has been obviously, to support local music in whatever way I can. So it's been great. I look forward to growing and nurturing more local music. I'm always interested in receiving information, and maybe your band has a show coming up. Maybe you have a new musical release coming up. Give me an email, thelocalJam@kmre.org. And also, please do donate. Take a moment, go to the website, 360-398-6150, and donate what you can. Any amount helps support local, all-volunteer community radio. Let's get back to the music now at KMRE. Hello there. We're back on the air here at KMRE. My name is Trevor Collins. I'm the host of The Local Jam, which airs Friday evenings at 7 p.m. And as you all know, we are having our first annual KMRE Pledge Drive. We do appreciate your support here at KMRE. We are live at our new home at the Whatcom Community College, and we've been doing in-studio cut-ins all day, Friday and Saturday, and this is our final day of the of your opportunity to support community KMRE. As I mentioned, it's our first time doing the pledge drive, and we didn't know what to expect. It's been great. We've had 20 people from across the community in so far, and we expect about 12 more in today. KMRE is community-driven, and we all volunteer, nonprofit, and our mission is to amplify community voices and to provide access to the public airwaves to the people that live here in Whatcom. And if you're hearing my voice today, Sunday afternoon, shows won't be hearing those today, but our pledge drive ends at 7 p.m. tonight, and this is the final day. We're going to be only doing one of these once per year, so please do take advantage of the time and the moment to call in and make a pledge. The phone number is 360-398-6150, or you can go to the online kmre.org, pay with a credit card or a debit card. And if you prefer it, please call us now. I mentioned that we have live interviews all weekend long, as well as our guest today. I'm speaking with a couple of the volunteers from Whatcom Community College that are helping out around here at KMRE. I'm talking with Draken, and did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you did.
And with Serenity.
Hi there.
Hi, Serenity and Draken.
Hi.
So, as volunteers here at KMRE, what was your inspiration? What kind of, how did you find us?
I found you guys at a I'm forgetting the word for some reason, but an event at Western. You guys were tabling, and you guys said you wanted a graphic designer, and just a great opportunity. I've had lots of great learning experience here, and it's going to be very, very great for my career in the long run. It's been a lovely time working here.
Well, that was going to be my next question is what are you doing? So graphic designer, and that's what you study at the college, I'm guessing.
Sure is. Just got into the pre-major.
Are you doing logos for some of the shows, or what have you been doing?
I've been making a couple posters. I made a banner for the farmers market. I made a couple sticker designs and a t-shirt that is one of the prizes available for the pledge drive. It's lots and lots of designs.
That's very cool. I'd like to see the t-shirt. I'll have to get myself one before we're done here.
Of course.
This weekend. And Serenity, how about you? How did you find out about KMRE?
Yeah.
And what do you do here?
So I was taking a class at Western, and the professor for that class is actually the professor for the internship class for the business department. So I was talking with her, just looking for an internship opportunity, and this is one that popped up that lots of my classmates were doing. So I thought that it would be a good opportunity, kind of a bonding experience also with my classmates. And I have been one of 2 project managers for this internship, so I've kind of been behind the scenes taking care of scheduling, scheduling for people for the pledge drive, on-air interviews, things like that.
And what exactly, I guess, how would you find this part of the community as a community member, and you volunteering here? What do you find important about community, and how is it important to you?
Yeah, so I think it's really great to have a local community-based radio station. I just think it's really important to listen to those around us and those that we're living with. And I just think it's really awesome that this station does a lot of outreach for local people and just keeps the local news local. Good.
That's good. And with you?
Yeah, same here. I'm pretty new to the area, not super new, but I've been here. It's my first year at Western, and working here has been a great way to just learn all sorts of things about the Bellingham area. I've learned all sorts of different restaurants, local shops, a couple bands, and yeah, it's a great learning opportunity if you want to learn more about what Bellingham has going on.
Supporting local is the local radio, local restaurants, local music, and that's kind of what we do around here. Really do appreciate having you join me and volunteer with us. KMRE needs all the support we can get. We really do appreciate the community reaching out. And again, as we were saying earlier, this is your opportunity to show your support of community-powered KMRE. Get the phone number 360-398-6150. Donate what you can online at kmre.org. You can pay with a credit card or debit card if you would like. Draken and Serenity, thank you once again. And I'm Trevor Collins with the Local Jam, Friday nights, if you want to listen to local music from the Whatcom and Skagit and surrounding counties. Friday nights at 7 p.m. Coming up next is going to be Diane Mars. I believe she'll be at the top of the hour. Diane is the president of the Friends of the Birch Bay Library. That's at 11 a.m. So I think we're now going back to music. This is the community-powered KMRE.